Hello. I wanted to quickly show you 4 tips that I've done in the last few months that have improved my skin a lot, really. And there are 4 simple things, or maybe 1 or 2 is not so simple, but first, the reason why I wanted to change some things is because my skin has become very dry. Not dry, but dehydrated. After a period of recovering from certain illnesses, my skin has become really dry, dehydrated, and had a lot of rosacea and allergies to everything. So I needed to understand what was going on. So 4 tips. There are more, but I will talk about it in the next video because I'm still trying other things, but I'm not quite sure if they work. But these 4 tips for sure made an incredible difference. First of all, I changed my cleanser. I was using for about 3 years from Living Libations, the best skin ever. And although they are absolutely wonderful, I believe my skin has become a bit sensitive because I was using always the same one, the same best skin ever. My favorite is frankincense, and I use it most of the times. And also then I tried the Immortelle and the sandalwood, but my skin just prefers this one. But I was reacting to all of them, so something needed to change. And I tried another brand from Martina Gebhardt, and it made a huge difference. I don't know why. I think it's because it doesn't have essential oils, and sometimes the skin just needs a rest. I absolutely adore essential oils. I've been using them for over 30 years, and I will continue using, but for some reason the skin needed a rest from essential oils. Either that or the fact that I'm just switching oils, because 3 years always using jojoba oil, maybe my skin needed something else. And the base for Martina Gebhardt's cleansers is shea butter and olive oil, and both very gentle. My skin adored it, and it really liked it, so I will continue using it, and eventually I'll switch again to my best skin ever. But for now, I'm really enjoying this. Made a huge difference. So this to say, of course, in your case it's going to be different, but if you see that the oil cleansing method is not working for you, first maybe you want to change to another oil, even probably the same within the same line of best skin evers, and with other essential oils, or just change to another oil. Because just like we eat different things, the skin also wants to eat different things. I think my skin has said, okay, I've had enough of jojoba oil. I'm filled up with jojoba oil. Let's try other oils. Maybe it was that. And another thing that I have seen that it makes huge difference in my skin is hydration from hydrosols. I was never a person to use a lot of this. And these are humectants. They retain the moisture in the skin. It made a huge difference. I've tried all these things separately and I've seen the difference that it makes. And I tried many other things that didn't work. So I'm just telling you the things that I've really seen the results from. This makes a huge difference. Now I cannot go, especially in the winter with the heaters on, it's just so easy to get dehydrated. So I spray the air and my skin and my hair with hydrosols, pure hydrosols. My favorite happened to be frankincense and rose, and with this one I even open my eyes because it's safe, and the frankincense, which I wouldn't open my eyes because it has essential oil in it. It makes a huge difference, really. You need for dehydration, because I was always using oils, but nothing that really retained the moisture inside, which can be with creams, with aloe vera, with honey, and with humectants like rose water. Wonderful. It's super simple and it makes a huge difference. So I will never go without them. The other thing, I'll leave them more complicated, not complicated, but more elaborate for the end. But the other game changer, really, not only for my skin, but for my hair and health in general, is spermidine. I don't know if you've heard of it or not, but you will for sure hear about this in the next months. It is, you can Google it for more information. I've come across this through Nadine Artemis, the founder of Living Libations, and I was immediately hooked in the way that I understood that she's very excited about it, and she talked about her results with her and her family and friends, and because I know she knows a lot about how to create and maintain good health and good skin and hair. So I understood that her excitement about spermidine was for real. So I decided to try, and myself I've seen results after 3 weeks. And I said, well, I have to make this available to everybody. And so I did. And if you Google spermidine, you will understand how beautiful, wonderful, and really important nutrient this is for the health of the skin and hair and so many other things. There's some information on the website, but I cannot say a lot on the website. So, but if you can Google, you will find a lot of scientific research about this. It's incredible. And there are a lot of brands out there. I decided to have in the shop the only one that I found that is organic, actually, and grown in Germany. And at a very, very affordable price. I think this is the best that we can find. This makes a huge difference. It's super easy to eat, it's super delicious, and it's incredible. I just cannot go without it. And it improved my sleep. This was when I thought, oh my God, what's happening? I was sleeping so much more and so much deeper. And it is, there are many scientific studies that show that. It's incredible. Yeah, so there's that. And the last thing that I've changed was the diet. I've been working with diets and with my own diet and helping others with diets for a very long time, over a decade. And I've done many things, and things evolve, obviously. And recently, I'm not going to go into too many details, but just to say, I have made really strong changes. I understood that I was having too much sugar, not in the form of sugar, but of fruits, because I adore fruits. But I was not having enough oils, the good oils, and protein. I'm never very good at protein. I am vegetarian, mostly vegan for over 20 years. So the protein is never really there in amounts that are important for me. And the skin needs proteins, and the muscles need protein. And so I've increased the amount of protein, mostly in the form of nuts, almond protein and walnut protein. And now I'm discovering other ways of increasing my protein intake and reducing the fruits. This is because one thing that's not talked a lot about is something called insulin resistance. And that creates fluctuations in the sugar levels in the brain, and through a cascade of effects will totally did you say that will create imbalance in your nervous system. And again, the nervous system is all over your body, and somehow it also affects your skin. Like if you see a diabetic is a person that has insulin resistance, and they always have dry skin, problems with dry skin. And I was almost diabetic, so I needed to take that step, which for me it's huge. I've always been a huge lover of fruits and continue to be. So I'm changing that, but of course it's more complicated, and I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm just saying, check your diet. Maybe something in your diet, if you have problems with your skin, there's always some adaptations that we have to do in our diets throughout our lives. And I have done a lot, for sure. The only thing that it's steady is being vegetarian for the last 20 plus years. I just don't feel like eating animals at all. And mostly vegan, and no processed food at all. So, but in your case, I'm just saying that if you are not seeing any improvements in your skin, there's always ways of looking at the diet and see if there's something there that it's missing. The diet is for the body, it's not for the mind. Sometimes we think something is good for us, but actually it's not. And that's what I was doing with fruits. I was really strongly against even thinking of not eating a lot of fruit, and I was wrong. And since I've started to decrease the amount of fruit that I eat, and especially dried fruit, I've seen my energy levels more consistent. And I cannot say that it affects my skin, but I'm sure it will, because if you feel better, if your energy levels are better, then it affects everything else. And the increase in good fats, it will also for sure benefit my skin. So that's it. I thought it was going to be a short video, but it's not so short, but I hope this helps. I'll put the links below to the products that I've talked about, and see you next time. Bye bye.